Hello, this is Iris Schreier. I'm the author of this book, Lacy Little Knits. And in this book, there's a tank called the Diagonal Lace Tank. And it is on page 114. Okay? Here's a photo of the model with it. Now, this tank is similar to the Art Yarns P90. The instruction is slightly different, but if you're trying to figure out how to knit the P90 diagonal tank or the diagonal lace shell from Lacy Little Knits, I'm going to help you today by pointing out a few things. I'm going to be knitting with this new yarn by Art Yarns called Silk Pearl, which is shiny in a new colorway that is a beautiful green. And I'm going to start my knitting by casting on 3 stitches. Any old way is fine, but go ahead and cast on 3 stitches to start. Now, according to the book, what I need to do in the first row is knit the first stitch, increase in the second stitch by knitting into the front and back of it, and purl the last stitch. I'm going to turn my work in order to knit the second row, and once again what I'm going to do is increase in the first stitch, then I'm going to increase in my second stitch. I'm going to knit until the last stitch and purl it. I'm going to do that again. I'm going to increase in the first stitch, knit until I get to the first stitch of that center increase pair from the previous row. Now this pair of stitches are joined at the hip because they were created from 1 stitch in the previous row, and I'm going to increase in the first of those stitches. I'm going to show you how they look in a minute. I'm going to knit to the last stitch and I'm going to purl it. Okay, I'm going to turn my work, and once again I'm going to increase in the first stitch, and then I'm going to knit to that center increase pair. You really don't need the marker once you can identify them. It's this pair of stitches right here. If you turn the work over, you'll see that the first of that pair has this little purl bump, and that purl bump is different than all the other stitches, and basically that's the stitch in which you always increase. So you could see it on the flip side. And I'm going to increase in that stitch by knitting into the front and the back. I'm going to knit until the last stitch. I'm going to purl 1. I'll do another row by increasing in the first stitch, knitting until that center pair, increasing. And if you hold your needles up just like a teepee, just like this, you'll be able to see your work take shape. Remember, this is multi-directional knitting, which means that it never looks the same on the flat needles as it does the way it's going to come out. So you're actually shaping a triangle, and this is the base, and these are the sides of it. So what you're going to do is keep on going in this format. And I'll just continue to do this until my triangle grows to the specified width.